What if I told you that creating high converting UGC ads could be as simple as typing a text message? Let me show you.
Okay, let me just say this. Finding skincare that actually works for my skin is not easy. Most of the stuff out there either leaves me dry, greasy, or breaking out. But butter, baby, this right here is different.
The person you just saw looks completely real, sounds authentic, and is converting like crazy. But they're 100% AI generated using ArcAds.ai. And while most brands are still dealing with finding creators, contracts, and endless revisions, smart advertisers are using AI to create unlimited UGC variations instantly. Just type your script, pick an AI actor, and you're done. No scheduling, no drama, no expensive negotiations. In just a few minutes, I'm gonna show you my complete AI UGC system. You'll learn how to spy on your competitors, create winning scripts, and generate super realistic UGC AI ads. I promise you, this is going to completely transform how you approach advertising forever. All right, so let's talk tools. You're going to need 3 things, and I'll give you the exact names of what I use. The first one is the Facebook Ads Library. This is where I do all my competitor research and find proven UGC ads that are already working in the market. It's completely free, and it gives you a really good playbook of hooks, angles, and messaging patterns you can model for your own campaigns. Second is my best friend, ChatGPT, for writing scripts. Now, you may prefer other AI writing tools, and that's completely fine. But ChatGPT is really good at making scripts sound natural and conversational. Plus, you probably already have access to it. Third is ArcAds.ai, and this is the AI avatar platform I use, and it creates the most realistic people I've personally ever seen. You can see micro expressions on faces, natural hand movements, and voices that actually have personality.
Between Slack messages, emails, and random spreadsheets, I was constantly asking, wait, who's doing what?
The quality is honestly mind-blowing, and I will have a link in the description down below so you can follow along for the rest of this tutorial. Now let's get into the best part about this whole system, and that is the cost. Where you used to spend $200 to $500 per creator, you're now only spending around $11 per video, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so now let's get into my 3-step system, and let's start with step 1. And step 1 is what I call success hunting. Instead of guessing about what ads work, we're going to copy from people who are already winning. And the best part, it's completely free to do this research. So here's exactly how I do it. So I just go to the Facebook ad library, and all you need to do is search Facebook ad library on Google, and it should pop right up. This tool lets you see every ad that any page is currently running. It's kind of like having X-ray vision into your competitors' strategies. So let's say you're selling skincare products. I would type in all the big name skincare brands into this system and see what ads they're running. But here's the key. You're not just looking at any ads. You want to look for ads that have been running for weeks or months. And here's why. Because if Facebook hasn't killed the ad, it means it's making money. Companies don't keep paying for ads that don't work. And specifically, you want to be hunting for UGC style ads. This is where real customers are talking about the brand's product, sharing their results, or telling their story. These convert way better than fancy product shots or lifestyle videos. So when I find good ads that I like, what I like to do is I'll screenshot them and save them on a folder on my computer. Now you may be wondering, what type of things am I looking for in these ads? Well, I'm really looking for patterns. How do they start their videos? What problems do they mention? How do they talk about results? What words do they use? All this stuff I like to take notes on, and this becomes really helpful in the script writing process later on. But here's a pro tip that I want to share with you. Don't just look at your direct competitors. I want you to also look at successful brands in related industries. So if you sell supplements, look at skincare ads. If you sell clothing, look at jewelry ads. ads. Now, the good thing about great marketing is that these strategies can work across different products and different industries. And I usually spend around an hour or so doing this research, and I can come away with 5 or 10 really good ad examples. Now, I want to tell you that this research phase is super important because it's the foundation for everything else we're going to do. Now, step 2 is writing a script that actually converts. Now, this is where all the research comes into play. The idea here is that you want to turn all that research into scripts that actually work. And this is where ChatGPT becomes our secret weapon. I've tested a lot of different ways to write scripts, and I found a prompt that works really well. And let me share it with you exactly as I type it into ChatGPT. So this is what you're going to write. You're a direct response copywriter who specializes in UGC testimonials. I'm going to give you some examples of successful ads. Based on these examples, write me a script for a customer testimonial that sounds natural and real. The script should be 25 to 30 seconds when spoken out loud, include a personal hook at the beginning, address one main problem or concern, and end with a clear benefit. Make it sound like a real person talking, not like an ad. Then what I like to do is paste in 2 or 3 of my best examples from the research phase. And here's what's cool. ChatGPT doesn't just copy the examples, it finds the patterns and creates something new. It really understands what makes these ads work and applies those principles to your specific product. But here's where most people stop, and it's honestly a huge mistake. I don't just create one script, I create multiple versions testing different angles. Maybe one script is from a skeptical customer who didn't think it would work. Another is from someone who got fast results, and another is from someone who's tried everything else first. I typically create 5 to 8 different scripts in one session, and this takes about 20 minutes total, and now I have enough content ideas to test for weeks. And here's another tip. Make sure that you read your scripts out loud. If it sounds too formal or salesy, ask ChatGPT to make it more casual. The best UGC ads feel like it's a friend telling you about something cool they discovered. And now you're ready for step number 3, which is actually creating your UGC AI ads with arcads.ai. So when you log into arcads.ai, you'll see their library of hundreds of different AI actors, and I mean hundreds, different ages, ethnicities, clothing styles, backgrounds. It's kind of like having a casting agency at your fingertips. The quality is seriously next level. But here's how I actually choose actors, okay? So first, I want you to think about your target audience. If you're selling skincare to women in your 30s, you want to look for actors that match that demographic. But here's the key. You don't want them to look too perfect or polished. The best converting UGC ads look authentic, not like professional commercials. I actually prefer actors with slight imperfections. Maybe they're not perfectly centered in the frame or their lighting isn't studio perfect. This makes them feel more real and relatable. What makes arcads.ai special is how realistic these AI actors look and move. And honestly, it's super mind-blowing how far this technology has come. Once you picked an actor, you just paste your script and hit generate. Arcads.ai handles everything else. Lip syncing, natural gestures, even emotional inflection based on your script content. Now, it does take a few minutes depending on the length of your script, but here's where it gets really powerful. Remember those 5 to 8 scripts you created? You can test the same script with different ArcAds actors or the same actor with different scripts. In one afternoon, you can create dozens of unique UGC ads. Let me break down what I mean. So let's say you have a script about someone who was skeptical at first about your product, but got great results. You create that same testimonial with a 25-year-old looking actor, a 35-year-old looking actor, and a 45-year-old looking actor. Now you can test which age group resonates best with your product, or you can test your best performing actor and give them 5 different scripts to test different angles. Maybe one focuses on fast results, another on long-term benefits, and another on ease of use. The possibilities are truly endless with ArcAds.ai, and that's what makes this so powerful. You're not limited by creator availability, schedules, or budgets. You can generate as many variations as you want whenever you want. And if you haven't signed up already, the link for ArcAds.ai is in the description down below. Now you know exactly how I research competitors, write high converting scripts, and turn them into unlimited AI powered UGC ads with ArcAds.ai. But here's the thing, creating these videos is only half the battle. If you don't know how to actually launch and test them in Facebook, you're going to waste your money and miss out on real customers. That's why I put together a step-by-step tutorial showing you how to plug these AI ads directly into your Facebook campaigns. And I'll walk you through my exact testing setup, buzzing structure, and how to let Facebook automatically find your winning ads. So if you're ready to take these AI videos and start turning them into real revenue, click here on the screen right now.